across the South Coast, live from Solent University. You're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Solent Sports News. I'm Liu Chen with your 4 p.m. bulletin. The Qatar World Cup has not disappointed at all thus far, and today only proves this more and more with 2 thrillers earlier on today. Cameroon and Serbia drew 3-3, while Ghana just edged South Korea 3-2. Brazil and Switzerland are set to kick off any minute now, and later on Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal will take the stage against 2-time champions Uruguay. England will take on Wales in what is their final group stage tomorrow in Qatar. The 3 Lions will advance to the round of 16 if they are able to avoid defeat by 4 or more goals to the Dragons. Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford says that the team is going to give it their all tomorrow.
For me, it's any game in the World Cup's a big game. So, we're going to go there and give everything to win the game. We tried to do that, obviously, against USA. I thought they defended really well, to be honest. Their midfield worked tremendously hard to stop our players. As mentioned before, later today, Portugal will be facing Uruguay and will look to win the match in order to grab a spot into the round of 16. How do Portuguese fans feel about today's game and the idea of Portugal winning the World Cup? Our correspondent Sid went to Tabrina 13, a local Portuguese bar, to find out more.
The people are song making a drink.
Our reporter Harry Smith is live at St. Mary's Stadium as he was at the ladies' match yesterday. Harry, what do you have for us?
Hi, I'm stood outside St. Mary's Stadium at the moment. It's quite chilly out here, but I was here yesterday for Southampton's clash with Reading in the Cup, and they lost 3-0. There was lots of changes made by Southampton. Some fans weren't happy with the fact that there were so many changes made. Some felt that it took away their chances a little bit of getting a result from the game. But afterwards, I caught up with a few journalists, a player, and a few fans as well to gauge the reaction of the game. Southampton women were defeated 3-0 by WSL side Reading at St Mary's yesterday in the Continental Cup. It was a tough afternoon for the Saints against quality opposition, something that midfielder Alice Griffiths understood the importance of.
Yeah, it was a tough day today. I think obviously we wanted something out of the game, but it is always good for us to test ourselves against better players. We want to be at that level ourselves, so we know where we've got to get to and we know we need to be better. We're just picking up points, keep trying to get results. It didn't go our way today. It didn't go our way today, but we've got the league to focus on as well. Obviously, London City is a big game coming up, so we're focusing on getting 3 points there.
The result yesterday has done little to dampen the positivity amongst fans as the Saints push for promotion in the league. Jude, co-host of the Total Saints podcast, spoke of the feeling of excitement as the sport grows week in, week out.
It's also seeing the technology, it's also seeing the sports science that's being pumped into the women's team and how they are developing week on week. And, we've only gone full time this season and you can already see a change in the girls. It's seen the little changes that are having such big impacts now.
The match saw a crowd of over 4,000 inside St Mary's, showing once again the development of the engagement in the women's game. Football writer for Football Fancast Angus Sinclair broke down the giant steps forward the women's game has taken in recent times.
Women's football has always been a step behind the men's game, especially regarding television numbers, participation and global appeal. But since England's monumental victory over Germany in the Euros this summer, I would say that an already upward trend has now skyrocketed. There's been a 196% increase in girls and women's sessions, that's according to an FA document earlier this month. And there was the peak television audience of 17 million, or I think 17.4 million, on BBC One for the final. And European women's football could have a commercial value of over 577 billion in just 10 years.
The next few seasons promise to be exciting for the Saints and women's football in general. With more engagement from fans and more money and effort being included by clubs to promote them, the future certainly looks bright. Harry Smith, Solent Sport News. It really has been exciting to see a sport going from strength to strength in the way that women's football has recently. And hopefully Southampton can find that promotion and be playing in the WSL next season. Back to you in the studio, Leo.
Thank you, Harry. We now go over to Sid, who did catch up at Tabrina 13 with the Portuguese fans to get a bit of their views on Portugal's chances in the World Cup.
Oh, he didn't know there was a player behind him. What an opportunity here, but he couldn't get the shot away. Iñaki Williams. It was nearly ghastly for Diogo Costa. Look at this, totally unaware. Iñaki Williams is waiting just for this minute, and then he slipped, and the result has slipped away from them. And Portugal have their opening win.
Portugal started their World Cup campaign with an empathetic win over Ghana as they won the match 3-2, thanks to a superb penalty by captain Cristiano Ronaldo, as he became the first player ever to score in 5 different editions of the World Cup. Fans came out in numbers to celebrate Portugal's victory, and one of the local Portuguese bars, Tabrina 13, was the centre of all the action. Being one of the oldest Portuguese establishments in the town, Tabrina 13 attracts a whole lot of Portugal fans, and when it comes to supporting their team, they are one of the best. Talking to the bar's manager, Rick, we found out how was the atmosphere there after the win, and what are his expectations for the crowd if Portugal continues their great run.
Yeah, it's been a hard game, but he wins. In the end of the game, he wins. It's been okay. Yeah, it's been not full, but nearly full. It's been good. The fans like it. Portugal win. It's been no great game, but in the end, he wins. Yeah.
Other fans at the bar felt quite the same way when we asked them about the team's chances. Kami?
Yes, I think they have a good chance to win, yeah. Especially it was a good chance for Ronaldo finishing big stage.
I think Portugal will reach the quarterfinals, to be honest. I think everyone has an option to win this year. It's very tight and it's very challenging. You know, everything's possible this year, I think.
With Cristiano Ronaldo, I think we have a really big chance to win. I wish we could win, yeah.
Coming out of a recent controversy around him, Ronaldo has always been a fan favourite, and looks like no controversy in the world will ever hamper his image and lessen any expectations from his fans. Citing some similar opinions, international journalist S. Kannan talked about how Ronaldo has been able to make a mark despite of whatever has been going around him.
One man refuses to surprise us, Cristiano Ronaldo, fresh from his controversy when he decided to chuck the job at Manchester United. Ronaldo went back to Qatar, joined Team Portugal and delivered, boom, goal in the first match, and Portugal had a great start. Obviously, everyone's punting on Portugal, Argentina and Brazil. As of now, it looks like Ronaldo is in control. Doesn't look his age at 37, looks fluent, in form, and he's just flowing on the field.
Welcoming some Portuguese fans to join the joy, Tabrina 13 has also some World Cup promotions and offers one can take part in. So if you are a Portugal fan, you should visit Tabrina 13 and join the fun with fellow fans. But how long will this joy last? Will Portugal win it against all odds? And can Ronaldo push them to the title? We'll wait and see.
The Solent female hockey team hasn't been in the best of form this season. Our reporter Maria has more.
Sport has always been at the heart of Solent University, with over 30 different clubs on offer to take part and compete in. However, one sporting society that seems to be struggling this year is women's hockey.
It's not been the start of the season that we would have hoped for, but we knew coming into the league this year that it was going to be difficult with the teams that we were facing.
The team has had 6 consecutive losses since the start of the season, despite fresh faces bringing new talent onto the pitch. Rihanna Gray, pitch captain and acting coach, explained what she thought their biggest downfall was as a team.
I think on the pitch, definitely fitness has been a difficult one for us. I think coming away from summer and a bad season following COVID, I think we've really dropped out on our fitness, and it's definitely a hard one to motivate the girls with, especially with uni and Christmas and everything else that comes up this time of year. It's very important during games to keep everyone's spirits high. it's really important that when we all step on the pitch, we're just there for each other and make sure that we can just play our best game and really produce something that we're proud of.
Despite the unfortunate series of Solent hockey events, the players seem in good spirits, as Hazel Atkins, the team's left half, demonstrates. How hard is it to stay motivated when you don't come away with a win?
Obviously it is disappointing, but we have been used to it over the last few seasons. We've had a lot closer defeats than from previous years, so it just means that there's potential. Obviously we've got a strong team this year and we haven't had any major defeats, so it has been quite close.
I wanted to delve deeper and get an outsider's perspective into why the women's team continue to be dominated every single week. So who better to ask than Hector Bunclark, a keen hockey fan and Solent men's own team player. As a hockey player yourself, what do you think the girls can improve on?
Fitness would be a key aspect. Like us boys do shuffles and make sure we're all doing strength and conditioning each week. I don't see the girls doing much training or physical preparation for their games outside of training. The positions where they are starting on the pitch could be shuffled around a little bit with a bit more spread out and a little bit more width to the pitch. And then at the same time, I think quick decisions and moving the ball quickly is another key aspect, because by the looks of it, the ball pace isn't quite as high and as fast as it should be to get it round the opposing team quick enough.
So there you have it. Lack of skills and fitness may not be on the girls' side, but they still have that drive and hunger to win. Plus, another chance at redemption next week against the Royal Agricultural University. Good luck, girls.
In women's football, Lionesses goalkeeper Jill Scott is not just a European Championship winner, but also a reality TV champion after winning the TV series I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Bournemouth have appointed Gary O'Neill as their new manager on an 18-month contract. The 39-year-old has been serving as the interim manager for the Cherries, and his new contract has the option of a year extension depending on his results. The England Cricket Board received a £400 million equity bid for the 100 cricket tournament by the Bridgepoint Group. In studio, we have reporter Sid with us. Sid, what are your thoughts on this bid? Do you think that the England Cricket Board should accept it?
Yes, Leo. In my thoughts, the England Cricket Board should not accept it at the moment, because I don't think this is the great time for the 100 to accept a bid like this, because I don't think they can match the credentials what they have right now.
Okay, thank you, Sid. Over to tennis news. Canada won the Davis Cup for the first time in 122 years. They defeated Australia in yesterday's final in Malaga. The Canadians end off the year as they started after they won the ATP Cup in Australia in January. Felix Auger-Aliassime and Denis Shapovalov won their two singles, which gave Canada the win over Australia. Staying on, history was created in an FA Cup clash between Barnsley and Newcastle. The tie saw a record-breaking attendance of 28,565 at St James's Park, the largest attendance at a women's FA Cup game outside of the final. Newcastle won 2-1. That's it for us today here on Solent Sports Radio. It has been a pleasure being with you throughout the whole day. Hourly, it has been Liu Chin, and I will see you next week. Remember, you can keep up to date on our website, solentsportsjournalism.co.uk. We also have Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Do have a good day. Goodbye.